recording. So, anyway, I'm going to hide that. So if I were doing this, warm-up section 6.9. Find the equation line that goes through the point 0, 4, and 3, 2, write your answer and slope intercept point. And so, here's the slope. You're going to go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What numbers go in there? What numbers go in there for the slope? 2 minus 4. Okay, let's do 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 on top. And what should go on the bottom? 3 minus 0. Okay. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And 3 minus 0 is 3. And that's your slope. And right here, since it's already the point 0, 4, okay, that's your y-intercept. So plugging into slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. You might want to write this down since we're having a quiz exactly like this tomorrow. So, y equals mx plus b. You're going to plug in m, which is negative 2/3, and x plus what? 4. And that's your equation. Any problems with that? Problem with that, Alex? Okay. So question 2 says, sketch the graph of this. Alright, so if I had, let me see if I can do this.
If you can get little notches on the line.
What?
Like little notches on the straight edge. What?
Huh?
Little marks to show you like certain spaces.
We're going to do that. So the next question says, write this equation in standard form. So what I'm going to do that is multiply both sides. Well, first, this is what I would do first. I'd multiply everything by something to get rid of that 3. What should I multiply to get rid of 3? 3. So I'm going to multiply everything by 3. Everything. Okay? So 3 times y is what? 3y. And what happens here, 3 times 3, this cancels with that, and I just am left with negative 2x. And what's 3 times 4? 12. Okay? And then to get it into standard form, if you remember, is ax plus by equals c. So I got to get this looking like that. How do I get this to look like that?
Plus 2x.
Plus 2x on both sides. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides, plus 2x, plus 2x. And I want to keep that 2x in front. So I have 2x plus 3y. This disappears, equals those things. 12. Got it?
Yep.
Got it? So we've gotten 2 parts. The other thing you're supposed to do is graph it. Alright? And it should be relatively easy to graph because you have the slope and you have the y-intercept. So you want to start here at the y-intercept. So I'm going to go up to what point up here? What point am I going to go up to up here? Max? Max? 0 what?
Oh, 0, 3.
Try again.
4.
Y-intercept, 0, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put a dot right there. And a slope of negative 2/3 means what?
Down negative 2 over 3.
Down 2 and over 3. Alright, so from that point, I'm going to go down 2 and over 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to connect the dots using a nice straight line. And I'm going to make it colorful, purple, and I'm going to go like something like this. Ooh-chico. Could you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. The next question on this little warm-up asks you, Okay? Where is that one? Next question on that says, write this in standard form. Write the equation find the equation point-slope form of a line that also goes through 0, 4, but is perpendicular to the line in question 1, and then sketch the line on the same set of axes. So going back, all I have to do is, what's the new slope of that line going to be? 3 over 2. So you're going to have y equals 3 over 2x plus 4. So it's also going to go through 0, 4, right? Except 3 over 2 means what? What does 3 over 2 mean? Cole? Positive 3 over 2. Where do I go from here? Up 3 and over 2. And put a point there. And if you did it correctly, right, these two lines should appear to be perpendicular. Do those appear to be at 90-degree angles? Does that look like a 90-degree angle right there?
Yes.
Okay. So that's kind of what your quiz is going to look like. Is that hard?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Oh, really? Is that hard?
Get that dot up there.
This dot up here,
Yeah.
from this point, since I know the slope of the perpendicular is 3 over 2, I go up 3 and over 2. Or you can think about it as over 2 and up 3. An extra point right.
Oh.
I use the slope. This gives me the y-intercept. This gives me the slope. Okay? One more thing that's on that quiz that is not on, I had one more that I added. Oh, are the lines perpendicular, parallel, or neither? Could you do that? You want me to do one like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So say, for example, you have, say, for example, without graphing, algebraically. So say you have y equals 5x minus 3. And then you have 3x, or 3y equals negative 15x plus 2. And I say, are the lines parallel? This means parallel, perpendicular, or neither. I before E except after C. But that's not true for neither, is it?
Don't even spell that, just put it.
Or is that how you spell neither?
Yeah.
I before E except after C.
Yeah.
And in the word neither.
With a couple exceptions.
With a couple of exceptions. So this means parallel, perpendicular. So what you want to do is, this is already in slope-intercept form, right? This is the slope. How would I find the slope of this line? Divide by 3, okay? Divide by 3, and I get, well, I have to divide the 2 by 3 as well, but I don't really have to worry about that. I get y equals negative 5x plus 2/3, right? This has the slope of negative 5, this has the slope of positive 5. Are these lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Parallel, perpendicular, neither.
Good question.
Yeah, parallel, perpendicular, neither. What would the slope have to be if they were parallel?
Same.
The same. Are they the same?
Yeah.
Is 5 the same as negative 5? No. Okay? If they were perpendicular, then the slope of this would be the opposite reciprocal. It would be negative 1 over 5. Right? So this is not the same as negative 1/5, so the answer is neither. Okay? Yes? Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Good.